Hello, YouTube. Got I'm here again, Gorilla Todd, with my main man, Mind Shift, aka Comics on the Mind, right there.
Fucker.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you
oh.
so much. But yeah, we're here with, I believe this is our sixth episode of Teachers Lounge. Wow, 6 episodes already, half a dozen.
No, we're gonna sneeze and we're gonna be already on our 20th episode.
Yeah, really. We've come so far. Not really, but hey. Um, How have you been? Everything good? Pretty much.
it's been a up and down week. Stuff at school has been great. We've just been passing out laptops to parents. It's been good to see students like and students that are practicing safe social
Yeah,
distance. Because last year, I remember when COVID struck and everybody was we started doing distance learning. Like parents were coming up to the school, they didn't have masks. Students were coming up to the school to pick up materials, they didn't have masks. Everybody had masks. Everybody was practicing good social distance.
mhm.
So it was pretty good. Uh, just one thing bad happened. I'm trying to dwell on it. I do Uber Eats on my bike as well to bring in some extra income. And my bag was actually stolen this week, and it
Oh
had
man,
comic books in it, so I was a little upset.
wow,
But it's just yeah, it sucks. But it's just material things.
yeah. Were you
Yeah,
able to pick up a Venom 27?
it's in my pool. It's in my pool, so I just gotta go
Okay,
pick it up.
cool, cool. If there's anything offhand you lost that you can't find, let me know.
Yeah.
See what I can do to
I'll
help
let you
you.
know.
For sure, for
The
sure.
only, the only thing I was mad about was that I lost was on the stump, and that's because I was still reading issue number 4, and I didn't get a chance to finish it. But most of the other books that I lost were they're like older books, like two West Coast Avenger books, and I forget what the other book was. But they're not nothing that I can't get
No,
back. You
nothing,
know,
nothing price wise.
nothing over $5.
Okay,
so
that's not so
so
bad.
yeah, I do
Annoying,
that.
but not so bad.
Yeah, no. I try to be optimistic and look on a more positive side. Otherwise, I'll just be dwelling in that all week. So yeah. Besides that, it's been a great week.
Yeah, I think definitely it's been a long week. The getting ready and the preparing. But I'll tell you what I think I saw. I got to meet some of my new students today, and just to see the excitement in their eyes. Because they you don't realize how much kids really long to be at school. That it's really just it's something that I think is very important to them, and very a big foundation, and it makes a big difference in their lives just to be able to see their friends, see their teachers, and have that happening.
No, I totally agree with you. Most of the students I talked to today that came and picked up materials, they all said the same thing. Like we miss being in school. We want to be on campus, and then parents would do the same thing. We're like, take our children, please. I mean, I had this conversation with the parents today, and the reality is, they're wearing one more mask. They have to, now they're playing teacher. My mom never complained, because my mom was always I always considered my mom like one of my first teachers, 'cause she ran a daycare and she always was like very involved in my education. So um, I think all parents it should be the same thing,
Yeah,
but
definitely. I think parents play an integral role in the early education of every youngster.
yeah, I agree.
So let's see what's happening in the chat. I see it popping quite a bit. We got Kay Titus, I think is our first person in.
What's up, Kay Titus?
Both teacher, I declare. I see someone's underwear. Might be blue. OMG. Is that brown? Oh, smash. Hilarious. Okay, we got Cyborg Dad Mystery. What's happening, Cyborg Dad? What it do, guys? It's doing. We're here. We're We're keeping our show alive for the 6th episode. And we're keeping the train rolling.
Choo choo.
Hey, Titus saying hello to Cyborg Dad Mystery. We got William Smallwood in the chat. Hey, William, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you in the chat.
What's up, William? He pops up everywhere. Every time I either go live or I'm in a live, like see him.
I appreciate all those people who, are supporting us and saying hello and everything.
I agree.
Kay Titus says Japan had to cut school again. 90 students got COVID.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah. It's definitely like a sticky situation.
Yeah. You gotta really. It's. I know the vast majority of schools, I think, in our country are pretty much doing distance learning.
I am.
Yeah, and I think most schools are doing what the best they can, and they're doing what they can do. And that's just it's the situation that we're facing as a society.
Yeah, it really depends on the area you're at too. Oh man, that's really sad. Because like I know I was talking to the secretary at our school and she was telling us that there was a high case of COVID, people with COVID in the area that we're serving. So it was a good thing that they didn't actually open up the schools right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely if it is like I think if there is a lot of cases, you got to keep things on the keep things tight because you just don't want it getting worse.
Oh, definitely. You don't want it to get worse, but you also want to make sure that people are doing safe practices, as well.
Oh, definitely. I actually picked up a couple of the one of the shops I go to. My buddy John over at Stunt Dog Comics, a store here in Vegas. He hooked me up with a couple of the DC social practice safe, social distance.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring them to school tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. What's up, Oregon? Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, Oregon starting with distance learning.
We got Magoo in here too. What's up, Magoo?
There's Magoo. What's up, my friend? I love the little gorilla icon. I got a logo that's being designed by actually the artist name is Mia Bunn. She was Meta and I's first guest on our Sunday show.
Nice.
And I commissioned her to do a logo for me, and you know what? I'm gonna do a little impromptu premiere.
Ooh, we get a sneak preview before everybody else. But if people come and watch us on the rewind, they can see it.
Let's see.
Oh, what's up, John? John Comics and Kids. What's going on, brother?
Hey, John. How are you doing? Good to see you. So,
that is so cool. I love it, dude. I love it.
I thought you did a great job. I was like, man, it really looks like me.
That's awesome.
What's up, Books NYC?
What's up, Kavi? What's going on, dude?
What's up, Kavi? Hey, I'm glad those books got you safe and sound, man. Thanks again. I really appreciate, the support and everything. Let's see. Magoo says, I just got home and your box is waiting for me. I'm so excited to see all the books I bought from you. Awesome, Magoo. I hope they're all safe and sound and everything's good and you're happy. If there's any issues or anything, you just let me know. And, I'll make it right. But I'm anticipating everything's going to be A-okay.
Nice.
What's up? We got Everybody's saying hello to everybody. We got Henry Ortiz. How you doing? Oh, actually, I clicked on ME Comics. Wow, the chat moves so fast.
What's up, Andy? Yeah,
What's up, ME Comics? How are you doing? Good to see you. And I was about to say hello to Henry Ortiz. Good to see you. Calling me by my auction name, as they sometimes do. Let's see. We got C Squared in the chat. What's up, C Squared? Good to see you.
Yeah, I have a logo that I need to start using. I don't know if you guys are if you're familiar with 36 Chambers. He's an artist.
Sure, yeah. I've seen some of his work and seen some of his streams.
Oh yeah, his artwork is amazing.
I watched him draw. I watched one of his streams where 36 Chambers drew Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, that was a great one. Yeah,
and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a great artist. But his son actually designed. He saw my name. And he's like, I want to design a logo for him, and I never got a chance to use it because I wanted to AOK him something before I started using it. But yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
That's cool. Oregon says he can't wait to get his books that I sent him. Hey guys, I'm honestly like it makes me happy just like to see how excited you guys are and to know you're getting cool books. It's just and that I can even be a part of it. It makes me pretty darn happy. Thanks, Magoo. I appreciate it. I took the time finding the right artist. I didn't want to rush, and I think she really knocked it out of the park. So I'll have some. I got some buddies in Florida that do T-shirts, so I think they're gonna help me out.
Nice.
And we'll get some T-shirts going and stuff. And anybody who wants one, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to. Everybody's telling me to do coffee mugs and stickers.
Yeah, I got to double check right now. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure you got some books with me. Unless I haven't shipped, and it's if I haven't and I was supposed to, I right here I will openly apologize. But I will have to double check, and I'll have to probably get back to you tomorrow. I got really early mornings this week, and I got an early morning tomorrow. But tomorrow's Friday, I think. Wow. Friday, some time to get sorted, and I'll hit you up on the IG. Let's see. K Titus is asking if you have comics on the mind. Do you have stickers?
Once I actually start using that logo, I'll probably make some stickers.
Yeah, I'll definitely get some stickers made. If I get stickers made, I'll start including them on any orders.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Definitely get some gorilla stickers made. Let's see. C Squared says, yeah, Todd, I cannot wait to get the first part of my huge buy from you. The collection is going into overdrive. Thanks to you. Yeah, C Squared. I got your books right next to me. I'm going to get them out Saturday. I apologize again that I didn't get them out sooner, but you're gonna get them, and I'll take care of you, my friend. Okay, Titus wants Mind stickers.
Oh yeah, he wanted to see that.
It's not a sticker. It's a logo, Emmy, that I had an artist named Mia Bunn do for me. Here, I'm gonna go big.
Go ahead, do your thing.
So they can. I gotta get this. It's like a. You can't really. You're not really getting the good detail in the eye, but that's basically. It's a gorilla reading a comic book.
Awesome.
Looks kind of. Okay, Titus, I'll have to figure out how to ship something to Japan. I haven't done that yet, so I'm not saying I can't. I'm just saying I got to figure it out. It's like we tell our students. It's not a matter of you can. It's a matter of not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for being cool and understanding, C Squared. I really appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna find out, get the ball rolling. Let me get Mind Shift back in here. I got a graphic designer buddy of mine I'm gonna work with and probably tighten it up a little bit and get some text in there. But that's gonna be the basic art. Um, yes, Todd, make that a sticker. I wanted to button all the YouTube community stickers on my long box. Awesome. Told you it was the first one. Cool, man.
Oh, posing as a sticker? That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I didn't know either. Oh yeah, that's legit. Thanks, ME Comics. Yeah, man, it's I'm kind of just letting it grow organically. It is what it is. I'm trying to work on some stuff, and as it happens, as I have information to share, I'll definitely I'll get it out and let you guys know. That's big part of the fun is sharing it with everybody.
Well, one thing I want to start working on. That's the reason why I need a better computer is a bumper. I see everybody with these cool bumper introductions, and I know people in the community that make them, but I kind of want to I think it's a little more unique when you make your own.
C Squared says, same to you. Give me your face on the sticker.
I'm working on it.
It was funny. I really didn't say make the gorilla look like me, but then I looked at it and I'm like, it's weird. It looks like me. I can see the glasses look like mine, and she's like, I use your smile. And I don't know why, but
that's awesome. I wish I could see what picture you sent her.
I didn't send her any pictures. She must have looked at YouTube and just.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, there's an artist that I need to hit up because there is a piece that I have in mind that I want to use for another potential logo or a background for my YouTube page. I just gotta get in contact with him because I haven't talked to him in months. But once I can't, I wanted to commission him to do this for a long time, and so I can't wait until
awesome.
He actually gets it done. So did you pick up anything this week? I didn't get any new books, but I have A-OK I can show.
Yeah, I definitely got some. I got some stuff today in the mail. I got a nice.
Oh, nice.
I showed you some of these earlier. I'll show you the rest. And everybody, I got some. Well, I've got there's a Clayton Crane signing coming up at a store about 10 minutes away from me. So at the end of the month. So it just so happens I had ordered some Clayton Crane books. So it just kind of worked out. Gorilla Smash. Thank you, K Titus. I appreciate that. And yeah, definitely. We appreciate all the likes. And I just I appreciate you guys just coming and chatting and hanging out. In all honesty, I mean, it's the likes are all cool and everything, but I think the bigger value, the bigger the one thing that has more meaning to me is just the fact that you're all here and hanging out with us and saying hello, even if you're just checking in for a minute, and saying hello and whatever. But anyway, so I got the Clayton Crane Marvel Zombies Resurrection.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. I got the Venom Annual. Venom's first annual.
Nice.
That one. I got Ghost Spider #1.
Is that from the recent run that's going on right now?
I think so. It says Legacy 51.
Oh, okay.
I got a Del Otto Thor cover in. These are all the Scorpion comics.
That's a great Thor cover.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got this wicked cool Venom 27.
Ooh.
That's Gabriel Del Otto. Got more of these annuals. A ton of these annuals. And then the only other book I got is I got one of these Spider-Geddon Zeros.
Oh, I have one of those. I have the PlayStation PlayStation
PlayStation one,
yeah,
cool.
PlayStation One cover. Yeah, I didn't finish that series. I heard it was pretty good. The first issue I read was pretty good.
As far as books this week, I went heavy this week on Venom, so I've been trying to hook everybody up. I got some Hulks, some more interesting than stuff that just came out this week. I got some Hulk, a nice little run of Hulks, 442.
Oh, nice.
Just gonna,
She-Hulk and Doc.
Yeah, She-Hulk and Doc Samson.
Yeah, nice.
3. That's Rick Jones' granddaughter.
Oh, wow.
Hulk vs. Cable, 444.
90s goodness.
445. 446. Radioactive and on the Run. 447. Savage Redefined. Really, I bought this run and 448 because I bought this because there was one book in it I wanted to complete a storyline. It was 440, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. And honestly, I got sick of looking.
Mm-hmm. You just bought a run?
So I just bought. Yeah, it was on eBay. It wasn't that expensive.
Nice.
I figured if anything, maybe the issues I don't want, somebody else will want, and I can move them on down the road.
Yeah.
And then I got some. This is just a variety of like 80s books. I might have shown these on another video.
Oh, yes. I love that run of Thor.
I got a couple of Walt Simonson issues.
Nice. Oh, yes. I want that.
342 and 344. Not super high grade or anything, but then I got 287 Captain America, cool Deathlock. We were talking about Deathlock earlier. Mike Zeck cover. Always
awesome.
I think this is a Mazzucchelli cover, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100%, but cool Daredevil. Another awesome Daredevil. This one's Bill Sienkiewicz inked.
Nice.
This one's a John Byrne cover. This one's definitely a Mazzucchelli cover.
Great picture of Kingpin.
And then a couple of Doctor Strange issues.
I love that run of Doctor Strange.
These books are kind of like when I pick this kind of stuff up. This is like the books of my childhood.
Yeah, it's more for nostalgia.
And then this was a complete nostalgia run I picked up. I got Cats 1 through 10.
That's awesome.
I don't even think it's. I don't know. I've always found ones and I've always found twos, but it's hard to find the rest of them. I mean, these just weren't. I found this nice set, so I picked it up. I'll just show the covers real quick. So we got 1. I think everybody knows the cover for 1. 2, I used to see all the time at shows. 3, I'd see. 4 starts to get a little bit harder to find, and then these later ones 5 through 10, and then whatever's after that, I'm not even sure. But I used to watch this cartoon all the time. I remember the first time it came on.
Yeah, I was born a little bit. I was born like when that show. I was born in 89, 87. So that show was already like. I think it was going.
I'm going to do a shout out. This is right here. This is one of the LCSs I go to. I'm not one of those people who feels the need to hide his comic stores where he shops. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, definitely check him out.
Yeah, you're giving away your honey hole.
Listen, I'm not buying everything, and quite frankly, I want local comic stores to survive, and I go to a lot of them, and I spend money at a lot of them, and I like I tell people it's just I don't have that mentality because there's plenty of books out there.
Oh yeah.
I did get my hands on something pretty cool. Have you heard about that Error Venom book?
Oh, you from his first run, right?
No,
Oh,
no.
no. Oh yeah, I did hear about that one. What was the error? And you got it, didn't you? It's like, yep, I got it.
So you got that's the big time collectibles cover, and that's the 1 in 100 cover.
No way! It's a double page. Holy crap! A double cover.
It's a double cover, but it's an error.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Going for crazy. I'm just letting that one percolate. That book's going for some crazy money on the eBay.
No way.
I think we lost track of the chat here.
I've been reading it. I was reading C Square's comment. Oh yeah, C Squared. Like I still watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because there were certain shows that still played even though I was like a child, like a little kid. Like Ninja Turtles still played. I still was able to watch like the old school GI Joe. I watched what else did I watch? Like shows like Care Bears, like
sure, they do the Care Bear stare. That's how every episode would end.
Rock dogs.
Whatever their obstacle was, and they shoot a beam of energy out of their belly.
Happy again. Yeah, I really wish I grew up in like the early '80s. I really can, because me and my brother always have like this debate because he considers himself he's born in 88, and he considers himself like a 90s baby. I consider myself an 80s baby because I was born in the 80s, and I resonate with a lot of like 80s like pop culture.
Yeah.
Even
like I was born in the 70s, but I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. C Squared said he was going to buy some Clayton Crane myself until I realized the closest he gets is 5 hours away. Well, if you like any of those books I showed, man, I'll figure something out with you, C Squared. Or maybe I'll find out how many SIGs I can get. I'll talk to the guy this week, and maybe we can figure something out. You know what I'm saying? I always try to work with my people. Yeah, Hulk runs are always dope, man. Hulk's been. I read Hulk for years and years and years. I love all those Hulk stories. Especially Peter David had a great run on that title for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm trying to go back and start collecting some of the earlier stuff, like from 102, because 102 is one of my grails. Like that's a book I'm trying to hunt for.
That's one of those Silver Age books I picked up when I was in like middle school.
Oh, you lucky son of a gun! Yeah, I have some. I know I have 103. I have 104, 105. But I'm trying to get that 102. So I collect Tales to Astonish. So I read a lot of those books leading up to that book.
Dude, no problem, C Squared. We'll figure something out. I mean, it'll cost a few bucks, but I'm not. You know me, I'll treat you right. Try to. I actually offered somebody a book the other day, and they were like, "No, that's too cheap. I can't buy it from you." I'm like, "Hey, look, I don't try to like, I try to treat everybody really well. I really do, and it's not like I'm not gonna make a few bucks here and there, but it is what it is, guys. I got a lot of comics, and honestly, it comes down to this. This is my whole thought process. I've always been very fortunate, maybe even lucky is the word, that I've always been able to find comics and just get good deals and find good people to deal with. So I'm happy to pay it forward. I'm happy to send books on there their forward journey to new comic collectors. It's
Yeah.
I don't have the, I mean, and I might have for a time had like the Smog mentality where I wanted to just like have the giant collection of comics, but I, I just think it's especially maybe as I'm getting older, I'm just like realizing like it's not necessarily the bulk, but
Yeah.
but what you have is really meaningful. Not
Yeah.
just, but and it's not just quantity versus quality, but quantity versus like meaningfulness.
Yeah. Well, that's you don't see a lot of that. Well, you see it in the community, but I don't. I watch. I peek into some of the options here and there, and a lot of a lot of these guys are they're trying to make their money on the books.
Yeah, and listen, that's not me. I'm not. That's not a judgment towards how anybody collects or how
Well, me
anybody
either.
feels. It's everybody. I don't think there's a wrong way to collect. I think you have a right to collect how everybody should collect what they love and what they want and how they want, and whether it's covers or to read or a run or artists or writers or characters, whatever, or anything I can't even think of. If you're a collector, I appreciate. We're on the same page. We're collecting the same thing. The motivations are and the differences are what make it interesting to talk to other collectors.
Yeah.
Because you never know when they might turn you on to something cool that maybe you didn't look at before that you might like.
Well, most I'd say the majority of my collection was inspired through the community. I was only collecting a few things, and then I was when I first started collecting, I was collecting no indie. I was reading no indie, and I was reading only a very specific type of like DC, like Firestorm and like the Brave and the Bold, and and like the Batman Hush run. So there was only like a small percentage of like DC that I was actually like reading, but everybody in the community is has so much so like different tastes, and so they put you on to different stories, and then you learn that.
Dude, so much of what I've read and enjoyed was from recommendations from other people, other different, just other people I met along the way. It's it's awesome, man. C Squared, you're too kind, man. Your words are very kind, and all I can say is thank you. It's very kind of you to say, and honestly, all I can do, I'm just me, man. I just really, that's all I'm able to do is just do me and be me, and
Well, we like the you that you're trying to be.
It is, it is what it is. It's just what I am, guys. I did kind of get a bigger book this week too. I got a book from my auction buddy J1A Bob.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, he's been doing the last couple auctions with Meta and I. I kind of picked this one up in a little side deal. Got a nice little.
Oh, you got another one?
Yes. You see what I'm saying? Like the opportunities sometimes just fall in my lap, and I can't say no.
It's raining Secret Wars number 8.
Sometimes you may need something and you may not be able to get it. So when you can get it, you got to jump on it.
Oh, that's very true.
I mean, I gotta.
Because I got this. Me and my.
I gotta do the obligatory like.
Ooh.
I guess this is like I'm stockpiling this book. I don't know.
You're gonna have a whole long box of Secret Warrior 8s. But you bring up a good point though, because if I wouldn't have jumped on this book,
nice.
I paid $80 for this book, and this book is
it's not
it's going for like over $200 now.
Wait, even more than that.
Yeah,
For a while, it really popped, and it was way up there.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was over 300. Yeah.
listen, I'm in the same kind of situation with my Edge of Spider-Verse 2 first print. I think I paid around 80, 90 bucks for it.
Now it's like it's almost impossible to afford.
I got it signed by Jason Latour, the writer,
Oh, nice.
and he did a little Spider Gwen. He does a Spider Gwen like head sketch as part of his signature, and it counts technically as a remark. Anytime they do anything besides a signature that's a drawing, they count it as a remark. Yeah, that was C Squared. That was Ultimate Fallout 4. I sent that thing in, and I was lucky enough to get a 9.8 on it.
Nice.
So when I say I've been fortunate, like I paid 80 bucks or 90 bucks, whatever I paid for that book. I bought it off eBay, as a near mint book. It graded out at a 9.8. I had it signed, and I didn't have it pressed or anything. I sent it in cold, like just off this. And dude, I wasn't even slick enough to be one of those guys with the blue tape and the hole in the bag, so they don't I just literally handed him the book.
Sorry, please. I've seen people put up videos of how the process of doing that. I didn't think people I just thought that you hand them the book and they sign it. I didn't know whatever people were.
I did, and I had two books. I had the first print and I had the third print, and I got a 9.8 on the first print, and I got a 9.6 on the third print.
Oh, I want that Spider-Man variant too. I've been seeing that book around. And that book is. I was talking to my buddy that sold me the book. I was talking to him yesterday, and he was saying, "Man, dude, you're so lucky. I sold you that book when it did, because as soon as he sold it to me, that's when that book started skyrocketing, And I did the same thing with She-Hulk #1. I could have got that book for $30, and I didn't pull the trigger, and now that book is over $100. I will never.
Dude, there was a point where I was looking at a 9.8 for $200.
Yep.
And I didn't pull the trigger. I mean, I probably just got something else, but that book skyrocketed. Now a 9.8's $400 or $500. Mm-hmm. I know they're not. I hear you. I hear you, C Squared. I know what you're saying, where thanks are unnecessary, but I want to let you know that I just appreciate it, and I appreciate that what you're saying about the deals and everything else. But because hey, like I said, I'm happy I'm happy to hook up other collectors with good stuff, man. Trust me, I have boxes in storage whenever I get organized, and what you see me throw up on the auctions is a lot of times just whatever I have within reach that I'm willing to let go. And quick little runs of stuff I put together. And sometimes I buy stuff, I like it, but I'm okay to let it go, I don't know how long I'm going to want to hold on to that Thundercats run for. It's 1 through 10. I like it, but I may flip it, let it go at some point. I may make some money on it. I may make a little bit. I may make a lot. I don't always know how the auctions go. So, it all depends.
Oh, my
Secret Wars 8 book is just, I love it for a couple of reasons. I mean, one, it's an awesome Spider-Man book, and you have the awesome battle scene in the back. That just makes it an awesome book. Yeah. It's an iconic cover by Mike Zeck, and I love Mike Zeck's art.
That was my first key I ever bought.
And Secret Wars 8 it's been a killer book since I was a kid.
Well, that's how I learned about key issues. I was collecting. I was reading Secret Wars. I was getting them out of half price bookstores, and I was like, oh, I need issue number 8. Let me look this up on eBay. I can't find it for some reason. And I started seeing the prices. Oh, this is why I can't find it.
C Squared. I'm gonna find. Listen, C Squared. I'm gonna find the right copy for you. It's not just about finding the book. It's about finding the right copy. I know what you want. We talked about it. Okay, I know what your price range is, and I know what I want the book to look like in that price range. So when I find the right book, we'll make it happen.
Dude, C Square. If you get that book, that Nas variant, and get Nas to sign it, like that would be so awesome. I love Nas. He's a great musician. Oh, you're yawning, man. Second yawn.
Probably like the fourth or fifth one.
Oh, I must be tired. I overlooked those yawns.
Yeah. Dude, listen. I'll tell you this one thing. I mean, I've been collecting a long time. You can't collect for any length of time before you have the books you're super happy you picked up when you did, because either they exploded or just really went up in value. The books you wish you never sold because you sold them way cheaper than they're worth now, or the books you failed to buy because they skyrocketed and you're never going to get it at that price again.
Yeah, it happens as a collector,
I'll give you one of my, as much as I tell you, look, I'll give you one of my worst stories ever. I had a chance to get a present. A friend wanted to get me a present when I was young, and there were two books in the store. It was between Iron Fist 15, which was the X-Men crossover with Iron Fist, drawn by John Byrne. Okay.
Is that the first Wolverine? Not Wolverine, but Sabretooth, right?
No, 14 is the first Sabretooth.
Oh, gotcha.
15 is just a crossover with the X-Men. That book, and the other book was this little book called Hulk 181.
No way.
Now, I think the Iron Fist book was like a $25 book, and I think Hulk 181 was like a $45 book. And these were probably VF to near mint copies. I mean, they were nice copies. This is back when I was a kid, and I'll tell you the factors that influenced my decision. One, I liked Herb Trimpe's art, but I liked John Byrne's art better. I liked Iron Fist, and it had the X-Men in there, and there were more characters versus just Hulk and Wolverine. And also, I thought, well, my friend's getting me a present. Let me not take advantage and get the expensive option. I'll go with the more affordable option. So I still have that Iron Fist 15 to this very day.
Nice.
It could have been a Hulk 181, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Do you have a copy of Hulk 181?
I've had it. I've sold it. I've had it and sold it a couple of times. I don't currently have one.
Nice.
Doesn't mean I won't have one, but
yeah.
I did just win a pretty big book on Comic Link on their auction that just ended the other day. So whenever I get that in, I'll be sure to share that with everybody.
Ooh, can't wait to see.
I'm gonna be tight-lipped until I get it. Let's see. Mr. Let shared his plan, which is now my goal to get that book, get it signed by Nas. Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome, definitely.
Well, let's just say, C Squared, we definitely we have mutual appreciation between us, and that's awesome. Awesome, yeah. I mean, I will. I'll do my best. As long as I can get a good amount of, I can get the signatures, and I get there. It's on a Wednesday, so I'll be going after school. I already have my I got it right here. Right here. I got it all bagged and boarded. I got the line pass, and I talked to him. So
nice.
5, I'll probably be getting out around 3:30, 3:45, and I will head right over to the shop, which is probably about 10 minutes away, and hopefully I'll be able to. Gotta stand up a second, stretch my legs. Excuse me.
Nice shirt.
Oh yeah, that's a look at that. I'm my exec Punisher.
I want that book. That's another series that's like, man, one book is you're gonna end up paying like $100 or more.
You can if
Well,
I
like I know like I've seen issue 3 and 4 for cheaper.
yeah,
Like that first issue.
one is usually the one that's the most expensive issue. 2 through 5 you can kind of excuse me. You can find those for a reasonable price. I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, if you see anything, let me know because I definitely love his art. Those are very unique covers. And I have a lot of the first run of the Punisher. That's another series that I fell in love with, just collecting. As a new collector.
Yeah, I think two great stories, two great my exec stories I loved as a kid was the Punisher limited series, and then the Kraven's Last Hunt story.
Yeah, that's another one I want to read.
He also did another awesome one was the Batman 10 Nights of the Beast, where they introduced the KG Beast.
Ooh,
that was a 4-issue Batman series. I want to say issues 4, maybe like 416 to 420. I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm, going off the top of my head. But yeah, I probably have more than just one story, Oregon. I promise you that. But
I haven't sold any books, but I definitely have stories of books being destroyed. Like my first appearance of Grim Reaper, one of my favorite Avengers books was by a rabbit. My niece had a pet rabbit, and I was staying at my parents' my dad's house for a little while. So I didn't have anything organized. I had books out. I was organizing some books, and she let the rabbit run around, and I came home, and the rabbit had chewed through a couple of my books, including some of my Avengers books. But I was mad, but I can't be mad at my niece. She's awesome. But it still was upsetting. That was a book that I was really happy to get my hands on.
Oh yeah, goodness. Yeah.
Don't worry, we got 9 more minutes.
I'm good. I'll make it. Again, C squared. Yeah, I'm out there hunting. It's a little tougher now that we're back in session. But when I do get some time, I'll do everything I can. And as soon as we can travel again, I'll be able to hopefully do some traveling, do some road trips, check out some new shops and different areas.
Yeah, I'm trying to come down there to Vegas to hang out with y'all. I know you're down there. My buddy Aingball is down there. I was supposed to go down there. I was supposed to go down there and visit him this summer, but we couldn't do it because the whole COVID situation.
Yeah, man's pretty much got kiboshed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I think he works at the store where they're having the Clayton Crane signing. I have to, one of these days, I'm sure I'm going to meet him. Because actually, I think I asked the owner about him, and he said, yeah, he does work there.
Nice. Yeah, he's an awesome dude. I remember when he applied for that job.
That's cool. And I'll tell you, like I said, I like to shop at all of the local comic shops just because, I'm not able to spend a ton of money at all of them, but at least I'll try to give them a little business just to give them what support I can.
Yeah, and I tried to do the same thing when they were open out here. A lot of them, in California is not open. We've been shut down for this since last May. So I haven't been able to go and do any kind of I haven't looked in a long box besides my own in a long time. There's one store that I just realized out that's a couple cities over that actually they're letting people into the store, but it's like 5 people at a 5-person limit.
That's cool.
So,
At least you can get in.
oh yeah, and it's a great LCS. The owner is really cool. His workers are cool.
Nice.
They have like really good deals. I like a store that has like a little bit of everything, not just new stuff and trades, but they also have like the older stuff. They have like their key wall. Then they're pretty good, pretty decent price too. So
Yeah, I went by that one shop, Stud Dog. Saw my buddy John, and he showed me he had a box of Vampirella books. So I went through it. He gave me some good deals, and I picked up 2 books. There were 2 books in there that I couldn't not get, basically because of the artist that did them. One is a beautiful Frazetta cover.
I've never seen that cover before.
Yeah, this is a classic Frazetta painting. Probably goes back to the 70s.
Oh wow!
But they used it for the 25th anniversary special. This is when Harris was publishing Vampirella. Well, this one is dated 96, so he may have I think he redid some of his paintings over the years. So this might have been like a redo. And then this one was just, another artist I love, whose work I love, is Arthur Adams. And I saw this one in the box, and I couldn't.
Ooh, that is nice.
Couldn't resist.
Great cover.
So I grabbed those 2 Vampirellas. Those will probably go in the PC. I wasn't really buying those to flip. Certain work when I get certain artists, like if it's just the only copy I have, I don't want to sell it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Copies, like I don't need to. Like I have my 2 or 3 copies. I think I have a raw copy of Secret Wars, Secret Wars 8, also somewhere. I might have 2 raw copies. I'm not sure.
They're somewhere in the long boxes.
Dude, you get to a certain point, you lose track.
Yeah.
Honestly. Anyway, I'll let 1 or 2 go. I don't need to keep 4 if I have 4 copies of a book like that, I think they're all pretty high grade. I gotta see well, first of all, 2 of them are probably in a box covered by other boxes, so it's just a matter of
actually taking the time to actually go into
finding them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. C Squared. It's local shops are integral. The local shops are kind of like they're the lifeblood. That's where we get our books from.
Yeah.
So, it's important to support them and keep them alive. I mean, there's a lot of challenges that they're facing right now.
Oh yeah, they have to. A lot of the mom and pop shops have had to get really creative and join like the tech world in order to like compete with other people selling comic books.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of where we're headed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that's how I do my part. I mean, I'm just one guy, but that's what I do. Yeah, I went to a couple of Walmarts around here. I never found any of those Walmart books, so I wasn't really motivated to drive miles and miles.
Me either. But I'm surprised that they sold for so much. Some of those books went for hefty prices.
Ooh. Yeah, they definitely did, and more power to you if you find them.
Yeah.
But I went to like maybe 2 Walmarts, and I was like, okay, I'm not that. I just didn't care that much about finding the books.
Yeah, I didn't have a drive either. I know a lot of people were telling me to go and get some of those packets. Go. I'm like, nah.
I mean, there's so many different things to ways and things to pick up and collect and get books that I sold this one on the auction, but I'll just show this book because it's a cool book. I sold it because I have another copy of it.
Oh, nice! It's a great cover.
That's
a Steranko cover.
Yes, that is the Steranko cover.
Yeah,
it's a raw graded book by CBCS, and
they do that.
CBCS they seal it,
with
their little stickers. So it's kind of a more cursory look at it, but I'll tell you, this is a real nice copy. They called it a 3.5. I don't know what the back looks like because obviously there's a backing board.
Yeah.
But and there's some issues with the spine and there's wear. Like I said, I sold this on the auction the other night, but definitely worth sharing.
Yeah, it's a great book.
I have a really nice high grade one somewhere in the collection, so I can let that one go. I picked that up, came across that one, and it's one of those books. If it's the right price and a decent looking copy, I'll always pick it up.
Yeah, those Nick Fury, Doctor Strange books are really cool. I have a couple. Not
Strange Tales. Yep.
Yeah. What's up, Superior?
Views. Let's see. I'm gonna somewhat be a teacher for the next 9 weeks. Everybody's welcome here, whether you're a teacher or not, because you know what? We're all teachers. We're all students. That's what life's about. Everybody learns and everybody teaches at some point.
Yeah, so we all teach each other. So
don't take the title literally.
Yeah, everyone is welcome here, Superior.
Yeah, I see Squared. I kind of feel the same way. I found some books there, but they just looked mangled, and I didn't even want to mess with them. And I was like, man, I'd rather go buy 2 books at a local comic store. 1, I'm supporting the local comic store. 2, I know what 2 books I'm getting, and 3, they're not going to be mangled.
Yeah,
they'll probably be bagged and boarded.
There's Walmart, but they don't care about comic books. They just put it on the shelf so we can
go to a Walmart. You ask them if they have comic books. The people there will just say no, and they actually carry them. Or they'll say, I don't know when they carry them. Or they'll say, I don't know when they don't carry them. It's not the it is what I think it's not the worst thing that they sell comics in Walmart, because hey, maybe that's where some people are going to buy their first comics, and maybe that's going to be the thing that sets them on the road to collecting.
That's true.
And that's cool, and that's awesome, and I love that. And their price points are reasonable enough. They're not exorbitant. I just hope that they're putting the books somewhere where someone might pick those up and buy them as a reader, as being interested.
They're right next to the frozen foods.
Hey, for years, comic book spinner racks were in grocery stores and 7-Eleven.
They're like right in your face, though. As soon as you walk in. And
they sold them. You never had trouble finding them. Now it's in a box on a shelf surrounded by Pokemon and Magic and baseball cards. That one shelf in the Walmart that's kind of up in the front and off to the
all my Pokemon cards.
C-Squared says we're all teachers and students, and no one should desire to be any other way in pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Well said. Well said.
I'm very big on self-education.
Definitely. I watched. If you guys know Neil deGrasse Tyson, I watched a great video the other day, Wednesday morning. It was nice. I started my day. It was just like a little motivational Wednesday, and it was on YouTube. I think it was like the title was like the advice I give to learners, to young people about learning, and it was a few minutes. It was definitely a worthwhile listen, and it just reminds me of the whole vein of what we're talking about. I like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I actually met him once. Got to hang
You're
out with
so lucky.
him. Got to hang it. That's another story I'll have to tell one of these days.
Yeah, it's always good to see like a brother in science and a brother that made like he's made so much like you know.
He's brought science to society, to the population.
I agree. I agree.
No, seriously, okay. So it was like I want to say around 2006, 2007, somewhere in there. Basically, just to get to the point. Long story short, my brother and I were visiting New York for a cousin's wedding. We went to Manhattan for a weekend. I had emailed him, and this was when I was getting ready to basically just about done with college for teaching. And when I was getting ready to become a teacher, and I just said, hey, I reached out to him and said, hey, Dr. Tyson, my name's Todd. Can I come by and possibly pick your brain for a few minutes about teaching and science and stuff? I'm going to be a science teacher, and I'm super excited. So I got an email from his assistant at the Hayden Planetarium and said, Mr. Tyson is inviting you to be his guest at Tuesday lecture series on whatever the date was. And so I was like, awesome. And I replied and I said, yeah, definitely, I'll be there. And so I was excited. I was looking forward to that. That day I woke up, I went to a museum. It was the Jewish Museum in New York City. They had an exhibit of Silver Age comic art by like Jack Kirby and other Jewish artists. So I was looking at all these Thor pages, like the original Thor pages from like Journey into Mystery and the early Thor run. And I'm going through the exhibit, and I'm just soaking it all in, and I'm in hog heaven. I'm just happy as can be. And I go into this one room, and there's like three people talking, and I'm hearing them. I'm not like I can just hear them. We're in a room's only so big, and I realize who there was an older man, a younger man, and a woman, and I realize who the older man is. Okay, and I'm like, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. It was Jerry Robinson. He was a Golden Age Batman artist.
Wow.
Who is basically credited with creating the Joker, being integral to the Joker's creation. So I have it somewhere. I have a little piece of lined paper. I was like desperate. I was like, could I possibly please get your autograph? And I'm like, I don't have anything, but if anybody has anything, I can get a signature on. And it was just, somebody pulled out like a piece of like loose leaf paper, and he signed it for me, and I got a business card from his foundation. So from there, I went to the planetarium, watched a lecture by Dr. Tyson, and it was all about how Pluto got reclassified as a dwarf planet. Then when I walked in, I met him. I said hello to him, and he said, listen, don't go anywhere after the lecture. I want to talk to you. So after the lecture, people are coming up to him and talking to him. And then I go up to him, and he's like, here, come up to my office. We'll hang, we'll talk. So he had to come up to his office, and it was like cool because I had just watched probably maybe, I don't know, a little bit earlier, a few weeks earlier or whatever. He has like a tour video of his office at the planetarium. So it was like, wow, I'm here. It's really his office. And we talked for about a half an hour, and he gave me a copy of one of his books, Origins I think it's called Origins, and he signed it. And I have it somewhere. I'd have to dig it out. I wasn't really planning to tell this story. But it's it was awesome. He signed the book and he gave it to me, and I went on my way. I actually went to a concert at Madison Square Garden that same night. It's like one of those days you couldn't like pull this off if you tried. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, you read the chat. That's hilarious. I love
and I got to see the Who at Madison Square Garden that night.
Oh, I love the Who.
Like, I mean,
that sounds like you had a phenomenal night. Phenomenal day.
Honestly, the whole day was pretty awesome. It was
Golden Age comic book
really freaking good. It was a really cool, and honestly, I will mean this like wholeheartedly. Like, he is as nice and just real in person as he seems like he would be. Like when you see him, on a video or recorded speaking, whatever. Hey, Conquistadorks, what's happening?
What's up, Javi? Appreciate you coming by.
He's just he's just as real a person and as kind of person as could possibly be, because he had no reason to even reply to me or to even answer my email.
Yeah.
I was just a guy who was going to school to be a teacher, and I that's it. And he was so nice to me and kind to me. And honestly, that's if I really think about it in hindsight, he might have been one of my biggest influences, in terms of, helping people out and like paying, and taking something I love and sharing it with everybody and paying all that forward. I mean, I'm not sharing science. Well, I mean, I do share science with a portion of the world. I can't say I don't, but just the idea of generosity and duty and having the responsibility to do it. Yes, you squared. I mean, you pretty much day for a lifetime. It's I can describe it, but the words really don't do it justice. They really don't. Yeah, definitely. It was like, I don't know. It was amazing. It was really an amazing experience, and it's something that, it's something that has honestly, it's influenced me as a teacher. That experience, probably, and my whole, and just the way I look at the world and people. It's just, you know what I mean? It was just a very influential experience.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's my Neil deGrasse Tyson story.
Great story.
Maybe I'll dig out the book. I'll try to dig out the book or the Jerry Robinson autograph or something for the next show.
We want to see the lion paper autograph. That's what we want to see.
I have it in my if you give me like 2 minutes, I can probably pull it out. I think I know where it is. I don't know where the Neil deGrasse Tyson book is. That's probably in storage with all my books. Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead. I can show you guys what I've been reading. So I didn't pick up any books this week. I'll probably pick up my books this weekend. But great dude in the community, poor Mike. I know some of you guys probably know him. He sent me a bunch of books. He sent me the first 6 issues of the Magic Order, which I love. This first issue was phenomenal. And I heard really great things about this run. I just never got a chance to pick it up when it was coming out. But all these covers are really great. I'm definitely after we're done here, I'm gonna go downstairs and flop on the couch and read something.
I think I ever showed this. This is a cool book.
Electro. I love the Ben Grimm on there. It's a great book. That number 3. That issue number 3, right?
2.
Oh, 2. Nice.
Second appearance of Electro and the second appearance of Daredevil.
Nice. This is a little bit of a tasteful cover. Yeah, it was definitely intense. The first, yeah, it was definitely intense hobby. Like that first issue with the child and the stabby through the head, that was. I did not see that come. But I like books like that that have like a crazy twist. You know, this definitely had like a Harry Potter feeling to this cover. It's really great. Even like the end of the first issue was kind of like messed up. And this is a great cover too. So I had the first 6 issues, which is awesome. Uh, uh, who's the publisher? Oh, it's Image. It's Image Comics. Yeah, and then threw in this X-Men Prime, and I'm pretty sure this is a wraparound cover. Let's
Yeah, I'm gonna lie.
look at it. I'm a sucker for a wraparound cover today, and it's shiny. Pretty sure it's shiny. It's shiny. But look at that. Bishop on the cover. Oh, wrong side. There's Bishop. Yeah, it's, I believe you're right, Javi, it is Image.
Success.
Oh, success, people. We have success. Yeah, there's a lot of books that came out from Image that I slept on or I just never knew about, you know. Like I was saying earlier, I just got, I started reading more indie books, and Image is definitely one of the publishers I usually tend to go to. Oh, let's see it. Let's see it.
So I keep it. I'm a weirdo, right? I keep it in. This was like the first trade paperback graphic novel I ever got. And I read this and read it and read it and read it.
I can tell.
I mean, I really, this is a well-loved book. Okay? And then there's this page where the Joker finally dies. Right? You got that famous scene where the Joker dies. And there was something that just made me one day put this. It's so faded, you can't even see the lines on the lined paper.
No, the hiccups.
Such a nice signature, too.
Oh, nice. 4 tops.
And I didn't want to destroy the signature, so they also gave me a card.
Nice.
For his Cartoon Arts International. I guess that they did something with the New York Times. I don't know, but I just put this together, and it's a cool little memento.
Nice. What's up, Jeff? Thanks for stopping by, man. I got hiccups.
Hey, Jeff, I was just showing this beautiful copy of The Dark Knight Returns. I got this when I think I was probably 11 or 12 years old. Probably 12 in middle school. Read it till, I could still read it. It's not done, but it's missing a good chunk of the spine there. But I wouldn't sell this book for $1,000 if somebody offered me, honestly.
Yeah, that's it.
This is,
childhood.
this cover's almost ready to come off. I'd probably tape it before I let the cover come off. Yes, that is one heck of a color breaking crease.
Mm-hmm.
I love every inch of it. This is. Sorry, I had to pick that up. But that's guys, when I tell you I love books, this is where a lot of love came from reading this stuff when I was young. and reading it over and over till the book is literally coming apart. And then it's funny, I bought a collection, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago, and there's a nice, neat, clean copy of this. I actually have it in a drawer at school. I have it in a drawer at school right next to my desk. So I don't know. There's some reason I like to have that story close to me. But
well, it means a lot to you, so it makes sense.
Yeah, reader copies are well read, well loved. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Definitely good to see you. Yeah, I hear you, Mind Shift. I think I got a little out of hand. I got a little bit long-winded with the story, but
it's all good, dude.
Yeah, I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for coming by and hanging out with us, and chatting it up and hanging out, and and hey, Conquistadorks. I don't know that I've actually met you, Conquistadorks, but hey, it's nice to see you in the chat. And if you haven't subbed to me, anybody hasn't subbed to me, please sub me up. I appreciate it. If you like the content and you like what we're doing, yeah, exactly, Jeff. I mean, that's the thing. I still, the stuff, that's the stuff I'll never sell. The stuff that I have that I bought when I was in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, middle school, that's the stuff I'll never sell, because that's my childhood. I don't have to rebuy my childhood. I still have it. I'm lucky enough to still have a good part of it.
Yeah, that's true.
If I haven't sold it by now, I'm not selling it now. If I haven't sold it by now, I'll keep it. I'll keep it till the end.
Don't sell it.
Or I will, when the time is right, I will pass it on to somebody who I care about and love and want to have, all those books.
Yeah.
And hopefully they won't just turn around and sell them. But
oh, what's up, Biggie Shack? We got Biggie Shack in the house.
Hey, what's up, Biggie Shack? Good to see you, man. We're just about to wrap this up, but thank you for coming by. Appreciate it and seeing you and everything. We got to do that power hour one of these days, Biggie Shack. We talked about, you know what I mean. We get mean.
Oh yeah.
But hey, let's you got anything you want to say before we call tonight?
You guys know where to find. Oh, I got the hiccup bad. You guys know where you can find me. I always do a show, Not Near Mint, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. West Coast time, 10 p.m. on the East Coast, and if you're on Mountain time, 9 o'clock. But yeah, I started posting again on IG, so you can check me out on IG. I'm flooding the feed with all the Mind Shift and comments on the mind. Oh man, these hiccups are bad.
Gotta drink some
but I know I killed my water. It's gone. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll always be in the chats. So
definitely. Yeah, definitely. I would recommend people check out your Wednesday show. I'm at the auction on Wednesdays, but sometimes I got the show going in another tab. I'm just not really good at chatting and.
Oh, it's all good. I do the same thing, dude.
And everything, but yeah, that's the beautiful thing. We can always catch shows we want on the rewind if we don't catch them live. You guys know my deal. Most likely, if you're here, I'm on the midnight market auctions with Metaphorical Comics, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Try to do the Tuesday auction with Barbarian Kung Fu as often as I can. Yeah, definitely, Jeff. Let's get him in here. Let's get him to hang out with the teachers.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
the support, Conquistadorks. Um, but yeah, and occasionally I'll have my paperback afternoon show. It's been a minute since I've had an episode. I think I've been talking to somebody who wants to pop on with me, who I haven't done a show with, and it'd be cool to get a new creator to work with. But otherwise, that's it for me. Thanks everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you next time you're watching. Until next time, for some more Gorilla Todd goodness. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.